Viewer discretion is advised.
Mike Tyson's one thing he said to me, stay active. He goes, inactivity will kill anyone.
Mandate.
Welcome to Mandate, where we navigate fresh perspectives and nothing is off the table. Tonight's guest is from Tāmaki Makaurau. Okilani was born in Wellington, but also spent most of his time in Tiniroto. Tiniroto in the East Coast. The man is a former professional boxer and has had 34 professional bouts, 29 victories, and also 5 losses and 22 by the way of knockout. Yeah, cool. Yeah. And also the man has had an illustrious career, obviously in the ring, but more so outside of the ring. The man has his own boxing brand called Counter Punch, and also has his own fitness gym as well. But also the man in 2009 was involved in, they called it the fight of the century. And so the man is also an amazing individual with an amazing story to share. So please put your hands together for the former WBO Oriental, the WBO Asia Pacific, and also the IBF Pan Pacific Champion of the World, Shane, the Mountain Warrior, Cameron!
Oh, mate. You're a ring announcer, eh? Ring announcer beat, eh?
I don't know, Shane. Oh, bro. No, I was so excited that you said yes. It's been a long time coming because I think in the last year we were thinking, man, we need to get Shane Cameron, but obviously the Jason Psycho Sati said, hey man, you need to get the man on, you need to get the Mountain Warrior on. And so, brother, it is a privilege, real privilege to have you on tonight and to have the corridor with you. I think it's long overdue, and it's cool. I think people need to hear your story. I think more so your story from your own mouth and your own words. And so just to start the ball rolling, Shane, because I know you're doing a lot of speaking engagements now. You know, obviously, Counterpunch, you got your Shane Cameron Fitness Gym. So please tell us if there is anything else that you can tell us or let us know that what's been going on and how has it been for you thus far outside of the ring and after your boxing career?
Yeah, great to be here. Anyway, boys, here. Thank you very much for inviting me. What am I up to now? And since retiring, it was quite an easy transition retiring from the sport of boxing, just because the time was up. You know, I like we were just saying out the back. It'd be good if my hunger was still there to battle it out, but I'm a little bit too old and I might be in good shape, but you need that hunger. You need that hunger in the ring, and I had that hunger in the ring for years where I just, it's a hurt game, so I enjoyed hurting people, it's just a hurt game, and it was a mindset, like I played team sport before, but like it didn't capture me like the sport of boxing does. It's just it's colonial way. It's like back in the Roman days where it's you battle it out, but and then from retiring, it's been an easy transition. I had the gym. And I'm always, and sometimes it can be my deficit too. I'm ADD, I'm dyslexic and all those things, but I struggle to focus with some things. So I'm 1 minute I'm going down this track, and then next minute I'm going down this track, and then that track and that track. But that's sort of the things that I deal with each day. But no, it's good, man. It's good. Like I focus on Counterpunch, which is my main business with selling boxing products around the globe. Actually, I had an order come through from the United States this morning, so I get orders all over the place actually, and one last week I had one from Scotland, so I do get and everything's bought online. I don't have a shop. Actually, I do have a shop at the Shane Cameron Fitness, so if people want to come and try the gear on and do it that way, so and then I have a fitness app, Counterpunch Fitness, so anything to do with fitness, and that was drawn from lockdowns, the big lockdowns we had in Aotearoa, where I was getting a lot of messages throughout the day saying about how to lose weight and how to get stronger, how to get fitter, how to throw a jab and all those sort of things, so I compiled all my years of knowledge of learning and I put it into an app, put it into a fitness app, and so it has customized. I love my weights. I still do weights 5 days a week, and I'm pretty good at my eating, so I've compiled all of that into a subscription-based model where people sign up for 1 week or 1 year. It's up to them, so that's cool. Well, help people get fit, you know, and I run 8-week challenges. I do lots, man, you know, like, so, it's all in the fitness space that I know. I've got a YouTube channel where I deliver long videos that are around tips and stuff like that. So, that's a new sort of venture that I'm sort of venturing into. And, what else? Yeah, just got the gym, and I run actually boxing courses that I deliver and accredit. So I can accredit personal trainers or people that just want to understand more about boxing, how to hold pads, how to move, all those little tips and tricks that I've learned over the years. And if they're successful, then they become a level 1 certified instructor under the Counterpunch brand. Yeah, so yeah, that's enough for me, man. That's enough for me.
Oh man, you sound like you're busier now outside of the ring than inside of the ring.
Oh, it is. Oh, honestly, I'd say, man, I'd love to go back to being a professional fighter, because that was much easier than the world that we live in now, where you got to deal with staff, you got to deal with people having sick days and all those sort of things, you know. So back in the day, it was just me. Yeah, it was just me, and I just focused on me. And you know, you have to be selfish in the sport of boxing, where it's got to be you know, because you're the only one getting through the ropes, and you're the only one taking those hits, and you're the only one doing all the hard work, you know. But then now, you know, it's much different. Man, so obviously you're entrepreneur now. Your entrepreneurs, your business side is kind of kicking in, and all that other stuff you're talking about. But you're right in terms of it is a solo game. When you're in the ring, you're fighting, but you're the only person in the ring with your opponent. And so that must be kind of weird now that you kind of I have to manage this, I have to manage these people. Yeah. Whereas they were kind of managing me back in the day. I was just me, just doing my thing. But in terms of the boxing, because I would love for you to kind of share, if you can run it all the way back. Because I know you were doing your OE in the UK, and I know you kind of, people say, oh, you started late, and people say, oh, you started in 1920, but the career that you've had within the span of 17 years, Shane. Yeah. Because I don't think any ordinary person could have done what you've done. You know, the starting late and then becoming a champion as well. So, bro, tell us how it all could have unfolded for you, because you said you're playing sports, team sports. Yeah. And all of a sudden, you know what, I'm just trying my hand in boxing. Yeah. I want to do it. It'd be cool to hear from you, not from some article. Yeah, well, how it started. I talk about turning points in your life. See, I was never to be any professional athlete or ever to live in Auckland or to be some motivational speaker or anything like that. You know, I wanted to be a shepherd, and a shepherd was to ride a horse every day, and I had sheepdogs, and that was it. So I did that. I left school officially at 15 until I got to 19, and then I went to go let my dogs out of the kennel early one morning, and one of them had died, one of them had nearly dead. They'd eaten some rat boys, but that was a turning point for me, where I'm like, oh, I could still do my work, because I was working on a 15,000 acre farm down in Whanau, down in the East Coast, and never even been to Auckland at that time. And I'm like, oh, I've heard of Kiwis and that going to England for the OE. Didn't know what OE meant, but I'm like, yeah, I want to go and do my OE, you know. So within a month, I'd handed in my notice. I sold some of my dogs, and I'd only planned to go there for 6 months. 6 months, and then I was going to come back and carry on farming, because that's all I knew. But that didn't happen. I went to England and, you know, partied, drunk and everything like that, and then had a few scraps in the pub, but that was all around alcohol, you know what I mean? And then I was watching some boxing, because always my grandfather used to box back in the 1920s in Wellington, so I was always inspired by listening to his boxing stories. Well, I'd go, I'd love to give that sport a go, but where we come from? We come from the Wop-Wops in the middle of nowhere, you know? So it wasn't until I was in England, and I've been 6 months there, and I was looking at some boxing on TV one day, and it was another turning point for me. I was like, I want to give that sport a go, you know. So within 3 days, I found a local boxing club, and oh man, I had my first fight. A year and a half later, I was ranked number 3 in England, and then 2 more years after that, I won a bronze medal for New Zealand at the Commonwealth Games, and then turned pro. So it's been like I said, I had my first fight the week of my 20th birthday, amateur fight, and then, so I'm a big believer, you only get out what you put into something, you know, and I went from, like, say, drinking 5-6 nights a week to no drinking for 3-4 months at a time, just training every day, and I got a strong mindset, you know, when I'm stubborn, strong mindset, and pretty driven. You know, there's even a story I was talking to my brother the other day. I said, remember that house we lived in? I walked from there to the Tini Lotu Tavern to buy a can of Coke. He goes, hey, did you walk that far? I said, yeah. I said, it took me all day. I was 9 years old, because I come out of the house, it was a Saturday morning, and I said to Mum, I want a can of Coke. And she goes, well, I'm not taking you to the pub. I go, I'll walk then. She goes, away you go then. So away I went. Took me half the day to get to the Tini Roto Tavern. I walked into the pub and I put over my 50 cents or 20 cents, whatever it was. And I walked down. I wouldn't even have walked 100 metres and the can of Coke was gone. You know, the can of Coke was gone. And I still had the other half the day to walk back. So I kicked that can for probably about 2 or 3 kilometres until there's no can left and just kept walking. And then I said to my brother, it was last week actually. And I said, how far is that trip? And he said, I'm going up there tomorrow. I'll drive it and see what it is. And then he texts me the following week. He goes, bro, you walked 22 kilometres for a can of Coke.
Are you serious?
He goes, you're crazy. Yes, I walked 22 kilometres for a can of Coke. I'm like, wow, is that far? How far it is? I knew it took me ages.
Oh, man.
On the gravel road.
Bro, you're only 9 years old.
9, yeah. Yeah, no, far out.
Bro, are you sure it was Coke?
Yeah, man. No, but that's my mindset, man. I want something, I'll go and get it. Hey,
Jeez.
yeah. So I did a few other stories around that, but anyway, that's one that stands out anyway. But like, yeah, man, my mind's pretty strong, you know, like, yeah, and that, I suppose that's just how, you know, like, and in the sport of boxing, you need that. You need that mental toughness. You need that. The psychological side of the boxing, you know, like it doesn't matter how good you look, you know, how good your hair is or how your muscles and that doesn't mean nothing to me and fighters. You know, I remember I asked David Tour one time, what are you thinking, bro, when you walk into the ring? He goes, cool. And I'm going, yeah, man, you know, but that's what you should be thinking. But I thought everyone thought that, but nah, since I retired and I'm working with fighters and they don't think like that, you know, and it's just like, but then to be fair, they don't get there. You know, so it's that big picture. It's that big picture. You got to have the skill set. You got to have the dedication, the determination, make the sacrifices, all those things to compile into a good career. You know, so it's just, and I condensed all that into 17 years, and then had enough, and then hung up the gloves, and then I'm focusing on other stuff. You know,
that's cool, man. So after your first amateur fight, you just kind of knew, like, man, this is it. This is what I want to do in life, man. I love this.
Yeah, it was. But I was so, I don't know the difference between scared and nervous in the changing room out the back. You know, I've been training for 3 months, and then I'm ready for this fight, and I'm just like, oh man, like, you know, I was so nervous. I'm going, oh, what am I doing here? What am I doing here, man? I'm scared, nervous, whatever. And then I went out there and I finished the fight in the first round. I knocked him through the ropes, and and then I was like, yeah, man, this is good, you know. And then the week later I had another fight, and I felt the same again. Was nervous. I won that one there, and then the week later I had another fight, and I lost that third fight, and then I went on and I won another 10 fights in a row, and then I ended up having 40 amateur fights and 8 losses, and then turned pro.
Jeez.
Yeah. So
you clocked up all those 40 amateur fights.
48. I thought 24 in England, and then I had 24 when I come back to New Zealand. And my last fight I lost, which was at the Commonwealth Games, and and then turned pro. Yeah, so.
Who does that, man? Who does that shit, man?
Yeah, I'm wondering, like, what makes you different from others in terms of you investing into the sport, and then the timeline that you went from being novice into someone that was really good.
Yeah. Like I said, I put that in the hard work, man. And I did a lot of, one thing I did a lot was video analysis. I didn't even know that was a word back then, but I used to go like, and no one told me to, it was just off my own back. So I'd go to trainings in England, and I bought a camera, like a camcorder, where you just hold on one eye and just banging through, and I just put it on the side there, and I'd video all my trainings. And then all my sparrings, and then I'd go home, and then I'd watch them before I go to bed. And then I go, oh, look at you, idiot, you're dropping your right hand, and da-da-da. So I'm looking at it, and I'm critiquing all the bad things that I'm doing. And then next training session, I'll polish up on it. And then I'd video that, polish up on it, and then go back and then critique myself. And then I did that all week, you know. And I think, oh, that's all part and puzzle of me fast tracking my career, you know, because it all happened pretty quick. And I put that down to that obviously my mindset and my drive, but that video analysis was a big turning point, I believe.
Bro, who does that shit? Because you purchase a camcorder and you put it to the side and you kind of video, and like you're saying, video analysis. You tape yourself during the trainings, during the sparring. I don't know if too many boxers or any boxers have done that, or even doing that right now. They usually get someone else, someone in the team to kind of do the video analysis and all that kind of training and all that kind of stuff. But you're doing this. Was this during the amateur?
Yeah. No, I've never seen anyone do it. You know, and obviously that was, I didn't even have a mobile phone then. Mobile phones, I never had one. There was like a little Nokia thing, but I didn't have one. I didn't get my first phone till I was 23 years of age. Yeah,
Jeez.
in England. So, but now everyone has a phone anyway. You know, so there should be no excuse. There should be no excuse. You know, so I just thought I was a nerd into that space, and people were going, "Oh, what are you videoing?" I go, "My training." You know. I didn't care what anyone else thought anyway, because I just knew that, man, I just want to work on the things that I'm not good at,
Bro.
you know.
That's awesome. That's clever, bro.
Yeah, they're hard up. And so I will probably get onto it later in terms of like how you could encourage these young guys. But, you know, in that 17-year span, what was your biggest highlight or your biggest achievement?
Biggest achievement, for the boxing, it's got to be a standout. It would be sparring Mike Tyson. Sparring Mike Tyson, having the opportunity to spar him, man. Like, you know, he's Mike Tyson. You know, he's Mike Tyson, like baddest man on the planet.
The baddest man.
You know, someone I grew up watching. You know, and then all of a sudden I'm sharing the ring with him. You know, just and an awesome experience. You know, he's a top guy. Top guy, and it sort of catapulted my career with my confidence, you know, because you know, he didn't knock me out, or you know, like when I okay, you know, like, so when you go okay and you're not getting bashed and battered, you know, like, and we're only doing sort of short maybe 3 or 4 rounds each day, but like after 2.5 weeks of doing that, man, like it just sharpened me, you know, and it just, you know, then so anyone that I fought from there on for a long time, you know, just was actually no competition, you know, so it was yeah, that's probably a big standout for me, you know, just that, and we couldn't film our sparring, we weren't allowed to, but that would have been nice to film that and just critique that, you know, you know. But that's probably a standout for me, man. You know?
Any pearls of wisdom you remember from Mike?
Yes, and I sort of relate that to the Tyson Fury fight that just happened, like, because Tyson Fury didn't look like the Tyson Fury that we're used to seeing, you know. And Mike Tyson's one thing he said to me. We said, what's the one piece of advice you'd give me, Mike? And he said, stay active. He goes, inactivity will kill anyone. Inactivity will kill anyone, you know. So, and I know that because I've had that inactivity, and I've come back and thinking my mind is strong, that I can beat this guy. Yeah, I got injury here, but I can still beat this guy. And look what happened. He steamrolled me. You know, it was a guy that I should have beaten. But that was towards the end of my career, and you know, inactivity, man. Like, you got to stay active, eh? You got to stay. You know, you got to stay on the horse, or whatever you want to call it, but like, you stay active. Just stay active, man. That's one thing, you know. Especially in the sport of boxing, before you know it, you know, your career's ended. You're ended, you know. And I've heard a few fighters, you know, I could have done this, I could have done that. Well, no point talking about that now. You know, you had your chance, you know. But yeah. And Mike was funny, man. Like, he's funny, like.
Would he be dumb shit? Is he a bit of a prankster? Is he a joker?
Oh, no, fuck, mate. Like, I don't really tell the story much, but I'll tell it. I've only probably told this story twice, and the first time I told this story, I got my girlfriend, and I was still with her. She's like, fuck, what a ballsy dude saying this. Yeah, and that was like 10 years ago, 12 years ago. So anyway, so Mike was I was flying home that day or the next day, and we'd like did plenty of sparring with Mike, and he's very complimentary and just a good dude, man, just straight up and down. So I went and got some gloves from a sportswear store in the US. And go, hey Mike, can you sign these gloves? No, so I said to the coach, oh, where's Mike? Can he sign these gloves? Yeah, no, he's in the shower, he's in the change room. Go in there. So I go there, Mike, and he's walking around with a white towel on, and he goes, hey Shane, how you doing, man? You're crazy, motherfucker, man. I didn't realize there'd be crazy white guys like you. You're crazy, motherfucker. And I'm thinking, oh, yeah, thanks, Mike. Yeah, thank you. And then I go, hey, can you sign these gloves, Mike? He goes, yeah, no worries, man, no worries. And he sits down on the chair. And he's there, and his towel sort of opens up a little bit, and like my peripheral vision sort of catches. And fuck, his old fella's going along the chair and hanging down. And he goes, you think I'm a crazy one? Yeah. And I'm like there, and I was there with Don Mann from the Warriors. Yeah, he was there, and someone else. Yeah, Don. And then we're in the car, and we go home. I go, bro, did you see? He goes, man, did you see, man? Did you see? I'm like, that's a snake. It was going along the chair and hanging down, and he's going with me. Look, he's saying to me in a high pitched voice, "You're crazy, motherfucker, man. You're crazy." And I'm like, oh, fuck, thanks, Mike. Yeah, shit.
Bro.
Yeah,
Bro, man.
yeah.
That's what Iron Mike, eh?
Iron Mike, man. Far out. Yeah. Gifted. Oh, gifted.
So you told the story, and you got your missus.
Yeah. She thought, oh, he's ballsy, man. I'll take him out.
Bro, shit, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But even with Mike Tyson, is he that quick? Obviously, we've seen Tyson, quick hands, powerful, both hands. Was he that like? Man, quick.
Yeah. Because like, it was getting towards the end of his career, but like he was still, like his coach said, he's as good as any other heavyweight over 3-4 rounds. You know, like, and he's all or nothing, man. Oh, Mike, there's no like, oh, I'm just gonna feel him out. Nah. Ding, ding, ding. I turn around, put my mouth guard, and he's right there. I'm thinking, fucking now, I'm gonna bash this dude, he reckons, you know. And he's just all or nothing, you know. And and that's when I'm going, he's a counterpuncher. So I'm there, and as soon as I throw a punch, he's just there, just like attacking me, you know. And he's sort of, but then he's put pressure on you. And when you put pressure on a fighter, you got to do something, otherwise you're gonna get bashed. So if you put pressure on a fighter, you'll come back and counter with something, or you've got to throw some punches to keep him off, and that's what he's wanting you to do. Throw some punches, and then he'll slip and counter, and then put a barrage of punches on you, and then he'll change angles and then throw more punches. So it's very high, high energy, man. This is fully anaerobic, man. It's like, I come back after the first round, and I felt like I've done 6 rounds. Man, it was explosive. But the first sparring session, we just sparred 3 rounds, and then that was it. But like that was enough anyway for that one. And the next day we did a 4-rounder, but it was all explosive. Like there was no like, oh, let's just do, which I was like, yeah, man, let's
just ease it in.
Yeah, man. Yeah. No, I was keen, like, cause that's sort of how I sparred, but not to that intensity, and I can't measure me against him. He's the man. But one thing I noticed, he's fast. If I think about me, he's fast and he's very accurate. Yeah, very accurate. He can punch hard, but like I said, like a tour man, he punches harder. Not as fast, but man, just rocks on the end of his punches, And but yeah, even the Tyson, because I watched so much of his fights, so like it felt like it made me a bit better, but it made me catch some of his punches because I watched him so many times. Then but he caught me with a punch where he'd catch the hook and then he'd dig the body and then he'd come up with the uppercut at the same time. He caught me with that one. Yeah, nearly took my tooth through my top lip. But I was like, hey, he caught me with that punch that I've seen so many years, I remember when he caught Frank Bruno with it, when he took Frank Bruno's head off. But yeah, man, just like, I'll treasure that moment for that. I treasure a few of those days where I took off hiding, but it gave me a lot of confidence for the rest of my career anyway.
Wow. That's amazing. And you have already alluded to a few things, Shane, in terms of your mindset and you kind of recording yourself.
Yeah.
I can just imagine that you're just probably one of the very few that ever kind of did that, record yourselves back in the early 2000s or 90s?
Yeah.
And so, when following your career, because it seems like real quick, Shane, but what was if you can tell us, what was the key to your success? Obviously, you said you talked about your mindset. what do you think was the key for you to kind of fast track, but also to get in the ring with Mike Tyson, David Hayes, all that kind of stuff? Like, what do you think was what it was about you that made you like, man, I'm here already. Guys dream of kind of getting to this place, and they're still trying to aspire, they're still boxing, still training. But I've done this in a real short time frame. So what do you think was the key for you to be successful?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think about I don't really have I don't have a plan on. All I focus on is and I took this from my manager. I focus on one thing in boxing. Focus on knocking people out. Because he said, you're in the entertainment business. You have to entertain. If you don't entertain, no one's interested in watching you. So however you entertain, so that's all I focused on, just training. So to knock someone out, you come back months, years, or whatever it is, train your ass off and just get better in your own style. I used to watch not just video analysis on myself, I watch video analysis on other fighters, and then like Evander Holyfield was one of my favourite fighters too. So I'd watch how he'd do things, and then I'd go and try that the next day, and then I'll go, oh yeah, that worked, and then that won't work, and then I'll try something else, and then I'll try something that that tour that Holyfield did, that Lennox Lewis did, like all my favourite fighters, and then I'd try it, and then it didn't work, but eventually you create your own style. Like I can't fight like Tyson, or I can't fight like Lennox Lewis, or I can't fight like Holyfield. I've got my own style, but you try those other things. You try these little hooks, how they do that, or the way they throw their jab, or when they throw their jab, you might dip off the left hand side, or hey, you throw an uppercut, but then you get the mindset around what I picked up from Mike Tyson. I like the way how he walked the corner of the ring. I love this. So like that's a way of intimidating your opponents. So when I was at the weigh-in before the fight, I just walk like that. I wouldn't make eye contact with my opponent. None of the hey bro, any of that sort of shit. That was just like nah man, and I wouldn't even look at them, or just like until we get to do the stare down right after the weigh-in, and then I might say something to him, or I just, man, you're gonna feel it tomorrow night. You're gonna feel it, So there's all little ways of doing it without even opening your mouth. Just by looking at Tyson, how he just walk around the cage, just like a caged tiger, and just take a little bit of that and a little bit of someone else that I liked how he did that, and then you create your own style anyway, So because it's an intimidation factor without saying, hey man, I'm gonna knock you out, or you just say nothing, you can just say nothing, so you just create your own style, it's just.
It's amazing, the kind of the psychological stuff, the mind games, you got to be mentally up for it.
Yeah.
Was there ever a time where you when you were fighting, or you had an opponent that you kind of like, oh man, that guy's playing with my mind? Was there ever a time where you felt like, no, I'm playing with their mind?
Oh nah, I didn't really overthink it that way. Because I didn't really care what they were up to be fair. I was just worried about what I was up to. Like I remember when I fought Dominic Vey for the Commonwealth title in Australia. I fought him. He was a Commonwealth champion, and I remember saying, because I've said a few times at the weigh-ins with opponents, just saying, I'm going to knock you the F out tomorrow night, and then I knew he used to get them, but when I spoke with him and I said the same thing with him, I was on, man, I'm there, I'm right in his face, but I didn't say anything. All I said was, you're going to feel it tomorrow night. You're going to feel it. You're going to know what's going to, you're going to know what you're up against tomorrow night, looking at him like that, staring him right there. And his stare that he gave me straight back, and I just stood there and I turned around. And, when they go, break up, I turn around, I'm thinking in my head, he's going to come tomorrow night. You just feel it, I'm thinking, oh yeah, man, I'm ready anyway, And I come and that was a hard fight. Like I outboxed him and banged him around for about 6-7 rounds, and then he started coming back on me. And then he started banging me around for about 4 or 5 rounds, and then I got to the 12th round, and I sat down for the 12th round, and I didn't listen to my coach anything what he was saying. All I was thinking with the punch that was going to land on him. Because it was landing on him, but I need to give it everything with this punch, and I need to knock him out, because I'm not going to leave it up to the judges. And I went out there, I went tap, boom, I threw an overhand right, and he was out on his feet. And then just an absolute warrior, Dominic Veyes, much credit to him. But yeah, that was a special night, that one.
Oh, man.
Yeah. You just got to step up when you need to be. And, I step up every time. Doesn't mean I win them all, but I do my very best, man, to try and intimidate them and all of the above, and even with David Tua, 7 years after he defeated me, I'm invited around to my place and we had some tequilas in my garage. And I said, he goes, you know what I was worried about with you, Shane? He goes, man, I was scared about your body shots. Your body shots. I go, well, fuck, you didn't even let me throw them.
You're a stick fella, man.
And he goes, oh, sorry. I go, you didn't even give me a chance to throw them. Because that's what I was wanting to do too. I'm like, thank you to the body. But he dug me to the head instead first.
I wanted to get to that because, man, at that time, that was, and probably still is, the fight of the century in terms of New Zealand boxing. Because, man, everyone looked up to you, David Tua. And then you were coming through and, these were our top two fighters. And it was such a massive event. Even the lead up. There was, and for us, I remember I was in Aussie when I was watching it. And I worked off all my Māori brothers. There was heaps of expats, and I was the only Samoan that went and watched the fight. So I was the only one going for David Tua. And then
you would have been,
but I was going for you. But I remember that whole thing, and as a youngster, you don't really look at the mental health side of stuff. As a supporter, like someone outside looking in, and for someone that was in it, and then I don't know if you, someone that was in it and that lost the way you did. Like, how was it like coming back from it, and how much did it affect you in your journey afterwards?
Yeah, exactly, man. Because I said things that and I shot my mouth off, which I've never done before, and I've never done after. But I just got wrapped up in the promotion. The promoter said, "Oh, talk it up." I'm like, "Oh yeah, okay." I don't know why, unless they're going to pay me more money, then I would have done, but I didn't. But you live and you learn the hard way, man. And it's taken even I still get grief in social media, weekly, around that. But it's just probably cemented, and in terms of the mental health, and I was pretty tough then. I just shrugged everything off. But days like now, not in the fight game, man, it affects me. It affects me, and it can just put me down, just like, far out, man, you're still giving me shit in this, like, so many years ago, just give it a rest, and it knocks me around too, like, I gotta, because, I think years have probably been knocked around the head, man. The old noggin can't take all the heat like it used to, the hits verbally and all that sort of stuff, so it can bring me down. Or one message it's amazing how tough and strong I am. One message, man, can just cripple me, and I'll get crippled probably a few times a week, but just got to deal with it, and just go, oh shit, and then I think, oh man, I just want to delete all my social pages and all that, because I just can't be bothered with all that shit, But then, you just oversleep, and then I wake up and go, oh no, that's all right, don't let it get to you, it's just, that's what I do. I talk to myself, and then, people go, I don't worry about it. I go, oh yeah, but it's all right for you to say that to me, because you're not the one getting shit.
Getting attacked,
you're getting attacked, and it's, but it is what it is, amen. And I think it'll always be there, and just bloody, And in the sport of boxing, only one person can win, It's very seldom you get a draw, But going into that fight with David, there's no way I thought I was going to lose that fight. It's just that's the confidence that I had. But man, just one punch can change the whole thing. One punch can change the whole thing, and then and even when I knocked out Monty Barrett, there was one punch that changed the whole thing. And I actually felt for him in the change room, man. Yeah, I felt for him in the change room because I was there. Everyone's like celebrating. I was thinking, fuck, I felt sorry for him in his change room, because I know what he's feeling, because it's the same feeling that I had after I lost to David Tua, because Monty Barrett was shooting his mouth off when doing, I'm going to do this to Shane, I'll do that to Shane. I didn't say anything, man. I was just confident, do my thing. and I did to him what David did to me, you know. So he had a bit of his
medicine.
Yeah, bit of that medicine, which is, yeah, man, you got to be pretty thick-skinned, you know, to be able to overcome that, eh?
Jeez.
You know, especially when you're proud and like me, and you don't like losing, but like, you know, one thing I can accept, man, is I got beaten by the better man on that night, and David's a bloody good man, a good human, you know. So, but you know, that's just the way the sport goes, eh? It's the way you fight each other, you know.
But this, bro, that's real talk, man. That's real talk, Shane. You know, I think people might, if maybe if we had someone else, oh yeah, that's just, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
All good, you know. All these comments are just, I got tough skin, all that kind of stuff. But that's real talk, bro.
Yeah.
And I think that should be talked about, and it should be kind of normalized, because you know, like we probably don't even get as much as what you get, Shane, because obviously with the podcast we get some people, man, they comment on this. These guys are dumb. Who are these? who are these coconuts? All that kind of stuff. I was like, all that kind of stuff. I was like, man, and so. And it's part and parcel. It's part and parcel of the fight game, or anything you try to do. You put yourself out there.
Yeah.
People are gonna hate you. People are gonna judge you. All that kind of stuff. And then when you fall, or you fail. Oh, all the mocking, all those negative comments. But it is. It's. I think it's. And I'm glad you. Kudos for you. I'm glad you kind of said, it does hurt, man.
Yeah.
Because we're talking to Shane Cameron, man, one of the champion boxers, the icon of boxing. And you're saying, man, it hurts, man. Yeah. And a lot of people say, nah, this doesn't hurt, man. It's all good. But that's real talk, bro.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that, Shane. Because I know it's something because that type of fight, that's a highlight reel that will last for ever, and you know, and especially from our people, it's not nice if we get those comments, and it humanizes who you are, because sometimes we put celebrities on a pedestal and we think, they got a good life and they're bulletproof, but they don't realize, man, your comments can affect someone's mental game and emotions. So thank you for sharing that. But also just from fans growing up, and even though we're Samoan, I love watching the journey of you and David Tua, over the years, just, you know, two opponents that it looked like you guys have become friends over the years, and you were there during his tatau. And that's massive for people who you have there to be to witness and to support, and for you know, for me personally, and I know for a lot of our community, man, we used to have so much respect for you, and I have so even now, meeting you now, man, I just have so much love for you, and just hearing your story and just hearing your heart and just some of the stuff you're going through, man. Shot, brother. Thanks for just being real and the journey.
No, thank you, because it's like money and fame and credibility, or have some sort of celebrity or something like that, any bad comments, man, they can just knock all of that away. They can knock all of that away, you know. You know, I've had when I'm down for a fair bit, and I'm like, man, why am I? Cause sometimes after the Danny Green fight, I fought Danny Green for the world title, and with me losing that weight, and that was probably a big part of my sort of mental health talk about that, because I suffered after that, where I pretty much just slept for 6 months. You know, I slept for 6 months. I couldn't get out of bed. You know, just didn't want to get out of bed, and just demotivated and all those sort of things. And I went and seen a neuropsychologist, and they're going, you got depression. I'm going, hey, I'm not depressed. But he goes, no, there's all types of depression, you know. He said, and that's one thing that you have, you know. So that was towards the end of my career. And then I had a couple more fights, and then, no, that's it, man. I just don't have it no more, you know. Don't have the hunger and the drive, and hey, bro, you need to get out of bed. You need to get out of bed and start training, bro. You can't get fit lying in bed.
How did you get out of that, or how did you go and get the proper support to realize, oh man, I need some help?
Well, I just fought through it with that, but then recently I've been on medication. medication to get me out of bed, to get me out of bed, where because it's part of my ADD as well, because then I diagnosed with ADD, and I'm like, I'm not ADD, I'm not full on, but like, I know I am. Like, I just can't focus. Like I said to you guys before, I'm just like, my head just doesn't go to sleep, just boom, just fucking just charging, go, oh, try this idea, do this idea, try this, try that. And then so I'm on no medication at the moment, but I tried, like Ritalin. They gave me some Ritalin. I'm like, oh, it was just like high for the first session, and then I started getting angry. It was like weird. I'm not angry like that, So I've tried a few, but like none of them's worked. None of them have worked. So I'm just like, I'm off all that shit, man. It's rubbish. And then that was my mentality. Not saying it is, but like it was just like. Then I went off and I was good, But just recently, it's just I said to my partner, I go, man, just struggle to get out of bed at the moment. It's not. I'm very driven, but I just struggle to get out of bed. I just go, I don't know what's wrong with me, So maybe I need to call the doctor again, and just say, man, what's up? So that's sort of. Because I've got a lot of things going on, and I need to be onto it. I need to be onto it. So, I don't really know whether that's the years of the boxing or what, because being a farm boy and being a professional athlete, that was awesome, man. I didn't have to think about nothing, and that was great. But then now, like I say, entering into the real world, being a business and all that sort of stuff, man, that's tough. That's tough, dealing with all individuals and. That's a journey, man. Life's a journey, and life is what you make it. I always say, Yeah.
Because it must be tough, Shane. Because I've heard it from other players, like or other professional sports people or person, that after they've done their dash or they retire, it's like, man, what do I do now? Because I'm so used to playing sports and so used to, being active and all that. But then, when it's all done and dusted, like, oh, what do I do now? And so for you, obviously, you were saying you kind of felt lack of motivation, sleeping in bed and all that kind of stuff. But when was it for you? When was kind of like the silver lining for you? Say, man, shucks, I got so much to live for. I got so much things I'm doing. And you said that you got so many things happening in your mind. Obviously, Counterpunch, Shane Cameron Fitness. When was it for you? The light bulb moment to saying, hey, bro, I'm just gonna go full throttle. I'm on this 100% now. Different from boxing.
Yeah, there was no light bulb moment. Like my life's a roller coaster. Like I'd go good for like a month, and then I'd be like in a hole for like a week or two. Just like struggle. Like the last couple of weeks, been struggling, and then boom, and then I feel like and then I feel myself coming out of the hole, honestly, and I'm thinking, oh, I'm good, and my partner will go, oh, you feeling good? I go, yeah, I'm better now. Boom. It's weird, and then away I go for like another month, 6 weeks, 2 months, and then boom, just. Man, so that's sort of what I live with, just coming in and out of the hole. And when I'm out of the hole, man, I'll get lots of mahi done.
That's it, man.
It's like, and then I must just sleep too much and charge up the batteries and like, I don't know. That's where it is at the moment. So there's no light bulb moment, like, because I want to do this, want to do that, but I was like, oh man, I can't be bothered, And I'm like, and then I start criticizing myself, saying you're lazy, swearing at myself and all those sort of things you shouldn't be saying, but that's because I get frustrated, I'm thinking, fuck, what's wrong with you, man? Get out of just can't. But anyway, I've shared a lot tonight, man. I've never shared this before.
Bro, no, man, appreciate it, Shane. Hey. Because I can guarantee you, Shane, the people who are watching or listening, they're probably going through they can relate 100%. Like, man, I go through my own crap. I don't know what I'm doing. And so, I appreciate you sharing that and being honest.
And the biggest part that I'm getting out of this talanoa, this korero, is that for a lot of men, when we go through these stuff, we don't understand it. So it just sounds like we're on this journey of self-discovery, like trying to understand what's happening to our body, our mind, and our emotions, and try to navigate through it all. So it sounds like that you're going through, you're navigating it, and it's so awesome. Like you've mentioned your partner a couple of times in that process. How has she been in terms of that support person when you are up and down? And was she like, get out of bed, okay? What are you going through that for?
Nah, she's very supportive, supportive. She doesn't judge or anything like that. And she understands me, and it's hard for her sometimes because I'll come home and then I just won't talk to her. You know, she's done nothing wrong. I just won't talk to her because I'm just like in that headspace, you know. And then she goes, "Everything all right?" I go, "No, oh, you know, I'm all right. She goes, "You're no good, eh?" I said, "Nah." You know, so she'll just stay clear, you know. She'll just go and do her thing and then go to bed. I'm just going to go to bed. Okay, cool. And I don't know why that brings that on. It could be just nothing triggered. It might be something triggered. It could be a message that I seen on Facebook or something, you know. It could be something and then it just spirals me down, you know. And then yeah, I don't know. Like I say, man, like throughout the week there could be a lot happening. There could be a lot happening with the ups and downs, but you know, I keep myself busy. So there's some things like with the speaking engagements, and I train a few people, and you know, I don't let them down. You know, so I'm always there. You know, always turn up and always do my speaking, always do whatever I'm committed to doing. And that's a good lift too. Sometimes for me, you know. But when I don't have anything that needs to be done, then I can just chill for a bit.
Chill, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's interesting.
And I just love how your partner just understands, just knows what you need in the moment, and knows to. Because I remember, man, I was going through my mental battles. Like you know, one day you're just normal, like happy and all good to be around. Then one day you're just like, you know, you're in your head, and she'll probably be talking to you, or you know, everything's busy, but you're just like. And my wife will just go, "You're good?" Like, yeah, and go, "Nah." Okay, and then she'll know what I'm thinking about, or I'm talking in my head, and she goes, What are you thinking about?" Like, she knows that I'm talking in my head, and she knows your cues, and she'll just end up encouraging me, saying the right thing that I need in that moment. I was like, oh, well, she knows to give me space and go, "Hey, go fish, or go see your family," and so,
and everyone's different, like how they deal with it. Like for me, like and you know, I've got a couple of close mates that I've mentioned that too, and they go, "Oh, just give me a ring." I go, "I don't want to ring you." You know what I mean? I like, not meaning because I don't think, it's just like I don't want to. I just want to go home, close the door, and that's it. Just watch TV, you know, or sleep, you know, and like. And everyone deals with it. Where some people like they like to ring a friend and they feel comfortable with it, you know. But I don't know. It's just like me. I'm like, nah, I'm all right. But it's probably just maybe my stubbornness or something. But someone coming around, I wouldn't feel as comfortable as opposed to just I just deal with it myself, you know. I don't know whether that's a good thing. I don't know, but maybe that is a wrong thing. But I'd rather be around no one. Not that I'm going to do anything silly, but it was just my own time, you know, just my own time. And Case knows that too. Like, she'd just make herself scarce and just, I'm going to take baby to the mall or something like that, and then I have a little sleep, and then I might have like a little half an hour sleep, and I wake up and boom, and I'm a new man. Like, "Hey, darling, you coming in?" She, "Oh, you're a new man." I go, "Yeah, well, I'm good now." You know, weird, eh? You know, the head's such a thing, isn't it?
It's a complex, the mind.
Yeah, but, you know.
But at least you understand. When you know you need to be by yourself, and you know that if you rest, then you wake up and rejuvenated. Yeah. And so if you understand, have a good self-awareness of when you're going through your stuff, and this is what I need to do.
Yes.
And the people around you, like your inner circle, knows what you need. Yeah. Then. Because the last thing you want is like, I don't want to be around anyone, I need to be by myself. And then some's forcing you, come on, we got to go and see these, let's go see my family.
That's when I'll go the other way.
That's when you knock someone out.
That's when I'll get angry and say, it's a stupid idea, you know, and then I'll be gone. But that just reminds me of, the neuropsychologists that I've seen, because obviously with the boxing, there's a lot of trauma. Your head's been banged around, you know, and he sees a lot of rugby players too, where they've had trauma, being concussed for so many times. And like he said, just sleep, and that's what I do anyway. Like, I sleep, man, and it's like a healing. It's like a healing, you know, over sleep for like an hour or 30 minutes, or and then boom, I wake up and like, I'm feeling better, or I'm no good, and I have a feed, and then so I'm just very lucky in that I'm in a position where I can do that, you know. Like, I work for myself, and I've put things in place where I don't need to be doing a lot of certain things each day. You know, it sort of works around for me. You know, so it's So it's good. It's good that way.
Bro, that's awesome, Shane. Because at least your self-awareness, you're aware of how, when things come up for you, okay, it's time for me to sleep, all that kind of stuff. And hey, brother, you're blessed. You got an amazing wife.
Yeah.
At least you do what you need to do.
Yeah.
And no prejudgments, nothing like that. And so I can imagine. I think a lot of men, because I'm thinking right now, Shane and Charles, how many other men kind of go through this and like can't even talk about it, or can't even like kind of express what they go through, and then maybe think, hey man, Shane's saying something about sleeping, maybe I should try that. I need to try that, go to sleep. Maybe I need to do that.
Yeah.
Or what Charles was saying. And so I think it's important for us to even have this conversation, and for you to even open up the conversation like this, or the korero is powerful, because I think a lot of our men need to hear from prominent men like yourself, men who've done accomplished amazing feats, but also continue to do so even in the midst of adversity. It needs to be talked about, because imagine how many other people who are out there, other men who are out there, who are suffering on their own, and can't say anything, can't talk about it, and it's all in their head, like, oh man, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, and I put that. I don't know how many concussions I've had with boxing. I used to say, only a couple, but I think I probably had more than that. But like playing, probably most men play rugby, and I'm sure they've suffered a couple of concussions throughout their time, and then maybe years later it's maybe coming back to haunt them a bit, I don't know. But yeah, you're right. Not many people talk about it. I'm very open about talking about it to my mates without going over the top, but like, and I'm very, I'm opening up to you guys, which I've never done to anyone that I just met tonight. You know what I mean? But I just felt this is a safe space, and we talked about the mental health program that you're part of. I'm thinking, yeah, man, like, it doesn't matter how tough you are, man. Like, everyone needs a bit of support sometimes, man.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Enough, man. Can you imagine, especially in Māori and Pacific communities, like, man, because if men can't express themselves and they're going through some of these things mentally and physically, but their support people are not supportive or not willing to understand what's happening. Yeah. Man, that's why we got so many broken relationships, because it's like, I'm going through this. I go, no, you need to do this. Come on, let's go. And it's like, and there's always clashes. Go, oh, come on, harden up. And then we keep on going, doing life. And then when shit hits the fan, man. It's not good. You just got to be supportive, man. That's the only advice I'd give, man. You got to be supportive, and the old harden up pill and those things. Those are the old man days, man. That's the old farmer days, man. But I know a lot of farmers have, haven't, they've done some, not here no more. You know what I mean? Because they're harden up, or don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. Yeah, don't show weakness. I don't know, none of that sort of stuff. And I don't know the magic pill, but I just know just support, man. Just support, and just knowing yourself. You got to know yourself. See, I know myself, so I know I don't try and force things. If I know myself, I just like remove myself from that situation, and then go and have a rest or go for a walk. Going for a walk and get away from people. But some people will like being around people. And for me, I don't. When I'm in that space, I got to go home. That's me, I'm done. You know what I mean? So, but you just got to know yourself. You got to know your cues and know when you're feeling like that. And then, but it's taken me years to understand myself too, so it won't just happen overnight, It takes time, and Yeah, that's good. Well said, Shane. That's awesome. Do you think there's some of the problem, or that's some of the reasons why a lot of our men, or men in general, just kind of find it hard to not express their emotions or feelings, but just to carry on in societal pressures and all that stuff that men have to go through? Do you think it's because of identity or identity crisis? People don't know who they are, or people are still trying to figure out who they are and kind of fumble here and there. Do you think that adds to a lot of the pressures for us as men, Shane? What are your thoughts? Yeah. And I like I say, I learn from other people, same with my boxing. I learn how to get better by learning by better fighters, and
and even me, I learn from better humans around me. You know, I like the way how they treat their woman, and they treat their kids, and spend time with their kids. I'm like, oh yeah, I don't do that. No, I need to do that. You know, because it's cool. I think, no, it's cool, man. The way the dude spends time with his kids more, and I got a couple of mates like that, and I think, oh man, you're so good. And it sort of gives me a lift. I think I need to spend more time with my kids, you know, and I thought I need to treat, you know, because we're brought up in a tough environment, you know, tini roto. So, man, it's just, hey, harden up or go home, you know what I mean? So, and that's in the soft way of saying it. But, yeah. But it's all continued. You got to learn. You got to know yourself. You got to want to grow. You have to want to grow yourself to become a better individual. You know, you talk about personal growth and all that sort of stuff. You know, I'm a big advocate on that, and personal growth in terms of, you know, I thought I was so dumb at school because I couldn't read or write, dyslexic. You know, I couldn't read or write because I was dyslexic, and then you know, all those sort of things. So it's around confidence, and then, you know, fast forward many years later, you know, I'm not really still that good at reading, but I still read what I can, and but I like educating myself and doing courses and all those sort of things that I never learned at school. I left school at 13, you know, and but like, if you want it, and if you want to learn and you want to grow, the world's your oyster. You know, and, you know, I'm a living advocate of that. Not because I read a book, because I don't really read books and I'm not really good at reading books, but I've just learned from great people around me, you know. So one thing, surround yourself with good people, man, good people that have your best interests at heart. And I'm one for always asking advice, you know, for what's your opinion on this, and then I'll ask you advice around something, and same question to you, and then I'll go, okay, you know, but collectively I've got to make that final decision, you know. But yeah, being around good people, man, and hanging around good people, good things happen, you know. And then all this, you got to work hard too, you know. Nothing comes for free, you know. Even a can of Coke, eh? Even a can of Coke, man.
22 Ks, bro. Bro, man.
If you want something bad enough, man, you can make it happen. Bro, even that can of Coke, man.
So true.
Hey, you know. So it's there's all that sort of stuff where, like, I've lived it, and you know, schooling wasn't for me, but schooling is awesome, but it's not for everyone too.
Yeah.
You know.
So true.
Yeah. And I've always been goal driven too, so I've always known where I wanted to get to. It doesn't mean I stay on that track. I might have a turning point, like I say. I wanted to be a farmer, and I was a farmer, and then for 3 years, and until I lost a couple of my dogs, and then I think, I might go to England. So that was a turning point for me, you know. But other than that, I never thought I'd do anything else. But then whatever I do, I'll do my very best to be the best at it, you know. So I want to be the best farmer, the best shepherd, have the best dogs, the best horses, and be the best, you know. When I was crutching sheep, I wanted to crutch sheep the fastest. When I was shearing sheep, I wanted to crutch sheep the fastest. When I want to have the best horse, I want to have the, you know. But humbly down to my thing, I'm just doing the work, you know. Finish a full day's work, then I go and work my dogs to make sure they're the best. And same as when I boxed, I wanted to be the best boxer that I could be, you know. So, but to do that, you got to do a lot of hard work, eh? But you know, just simple things, eh, man? Hard work, man. If you work hard, man, like, you can go long places, eh? So
true what you're saying. Like, obviously we talk about the analogy in your boxing inside the ring and all that, but it's the same thing outside the ring, eh? It's a metaphor of, you know, when you're fighting in the ring, there's so many things that you do outside the ring that you actually are fighting. You're fighting for a better lifestyle, fighting for your societal issues, whatever it is, or social injustice, all that kind of stuff. You're fighting to just even to survive in this world, in this day and age. And so I'm just wondering, Shane, what has been, because you said a lot of cool stuff, a lot of stuff in terms of your journey, the mindset, your strength around some of those comments. Because you're a true fighter, bro. But what has been the number one thing, or the greatest learning, or greatest taking that you've kind of like, man, this is who I am, in terms of, this is the biggest thing that I've learned about Shane Cameron?
I'm not sure how to answer that. I don't know. can you explain it another way so I can understand it?
I'm just saying in terms of your life right now, your journey right now.
Yeah.
What has been the key learning for you in terms of who you are as a person? Obviously, you talk about identity and so forth.
Yeah.
What has been the one thing that's really stand out for you that's kind of kept you going even during the hard times?
Yeah, probably my determination, Probably my determination. And yeah, I don't know, man. I don't really know. Like a goal. I've always been goal driven, like I said before. I've always been goal driven. So when you're goal driven, like you know where you're going, you know. And I think, and I've had since when I retired and got up to too much mischief, and I was floundering. For a few years, and I wasn't going anywhere. And I'm thinking, I know why, because I had no goals, And then once I focused on some goals, then when you know where you're going, then I'm thinking I've been goal driven my whole life, my whole drive from a young boy. I know where I wanted to be. I wanted to be a shepherd, so I knew what I was striving towards. And then went from there. Then the next one, boxing. I want to be the best boxer I can be. And then I got the business, and then I was floundering around for a bit only because I had no goals. And then from there, I got goals. I don't have too many goals, but and one goal could be just want to be a better human. I want to be a better human and work on personal growth, and that's a big part of my life too, being a better human and understanding and being a better speaker and all those sort of things. And but they're all goals, so I know where I'm going. So it's not like I scratch my head and go, what am I doing today? It's like I sort of know where I'm going. Yeah, you know what I mean. So goals, man. Goal will be the one for me. I've always been goal driven, and apart from that time and the floundering around, like I've always known where I was going. You know what I mean? That's
good, man.
Yeah, yeah.
You're saying just being active, eh?
Yeah, active. And just and if you got a goal, and if that goal is strong enough, like for example the app that I from lockdown, I think I want an app, but then it took me 19 months to launch the app. Of hard work, but then I did during that time I did an e-commerce course, so 18-week e-commerce course. I'm thinking, far out, I'm this dummy from Tiniroto school, and I did an e-commerce course and I graduated, and so I learned a lot about in that space. And then all of a sudden I had to fucking learn all about social media and all that, and then I'm excited about the social media because it's so powerful, with the app, and then you got to create more following and get more following going, because when I was boxing there was no Facebook or Instagram. It's a different beast now, eh? But just learning that, and then from starting from lockdown, and then 18 months later I launched the app. So but that mindset, I want that app because I know what the opportunities it's going to bring for me and all those sort of things. So was it hard? Oh yes, there's certain times I think, maybe I just kick it to the curb, I'll do something else. But no, it was strong. So your goal needs to be strong, because it's going to be hard. Going to be times where you want to give up, and if you give up, well then maybe your goal wasn't strong enough, or maybe your willpower's not strong enough, so you need to question yourself on that too. And these are the goals that I've had and I've never achieved because that maybe the goal's not strong enough. So just talk about that years later, I was going to do that. I was going to do that. I was going to do that. Oh, what happened? Oh, no, it wasn't, just didn't happen. Wasn't skilled enough or whatever, and that's okay, that's okay. But, hey, but that's just trial and error too, eh, sometimes, eh?
Yeah, for sure.
Sure, thanks for that, because I feel like I'm in a season of floundering, even though we're doing a lot of different stuff, but it's goals that I had set myself in 2021. I'm not a goal-driven person, or I got goals in my head, but I've never written it down. And like 2021, was it 2021 or 2020 when we first started? I remember talking about, because I had seen it somewhere else, so I wrote down all the 21 goals for the year. I just wrote it all down. And this is what I want to achieve by December. Yeah, man. I was so driven, I was ticking it off. There was one where I was like, I'm going to do a fundraiser, and I'm going to do half a marathon. Yeah. And I thought I'll combine it. I'll do a fundraiser through a half a marathon. But I ended up doing a full marathon. But I'm not a runner. I haven't ran since, but because I had a goal and there was a purpose to it, I was driven. And I think this year I haven't written down any goals. So I'm just being... So I'm really encouraged by what you've just shared, because of man, it's right. Have some strong goals and make it purposeful.
Yeah.
And regardless of like some of the bumps or what life throws at you, like if it's strong enough, you'll
get back on.
You'll get back on, and you'll keep focus. And I think I've probably lost a bit of that focus because there's no goals. There's just like let's just keep on going. But sorry, I thought I wanted to because your kōrero was really speaking to me and
speaking to you.
I'm getting encouraged.
Yeah, mate, that's awesome. And a goal, like people go, oh no, I don't want to set it, but like. You don't really know how long it's going to take for you to achieve that goal, but like if you might take, even for me, like saying about 18 months to launch the fitness app, I probably could have done it in half that time, but like, got a bit hard and tough, and I might have had a bit of a just knocked off for that for maybe 3 or 4 weeks, and then, that's right, I've got to get back onto it, so I'm not perfect with that, I'm not rigid, and I don't really write much stuff down, but like, it's in my head, like, and I don't really know what's involved, but I just manage it, and the ups and downs, the same, but you write stuff down, which is great. You can tick it off, and then some things I do, but like, everyone has their ways, and that's the beauty of everyone. We're all different, we're all different, bro. Like, they're all different mindsets, and no, it's cool, man.
It's cool. It's just cool. It's just having the kōrero with you, Shane, man. It's just like, man, it looks like we've known you for years, man.
I want to know some of the kōreros in the David Tua garage or the Mike Tyson garage. That stuff kept off camera.
Man, no, that's our one. That's our one, bro.
Oh, yeah.
But where to now, Shane? Because obviously you're doing a lot of talking engagements now. So you're doing, and we caught a snippet of it. Oh, bro, hard case. You're talking about the Mike Tyson story and the sparring. Hard case, bro. And you seem like a real natural speaker. You seem quite comfortable. And we talked about just out there that it's a progress. You just gotta keep going and gotta keep practicing. I like that. I like that about you. And so, what's anything up and coming in the pipelines of your talking engagements? Is anything else? Because you're heavily involved in social media now. So you're doing cooking. Things, bro, some of the steak and the barbecues that you cook is man. So what's in the pipeline now for the talking engagements?
I got about 5 before the end of the year. I got one tomorrow actually for a cosmetic company actually. And then I got one down in Christchurch, one in Tauranga. But it's from the speaking that I did and the edited that post up, and sort of they gone a bit viral actually, which is quite cool, and that particular was kōrero I did down in Christchurch for AIA insurance, man. It was just like, it was just like a good fight. I'd done my preparation, and even like before the speech, go, Shane, you're on at 120. They got 4 speakers. You're on 120. You got to speak for 50 minutes. I'm like, but I knew I was speaking for 50 minutes anyway, and then so like, I'm outside. It was like outside the stadium, and I'm walking up and down, and I'm just going through my rehearsal. I'm going through my, because I don't read anything, apart from my first speak, I just read it. But like years later, it's all in my noggin, try and keep it in there anyway. And then come out on the stage and they played my knockout reel, the thing, and then man, it just like, I just said, after that introduction, I can't wait to hear myself speak. No, it was good, and it just flowed well, man. It flowed well, and I was pumped. I was pumped from after that. So so, and then like I said, it's confidence, man. Then it gives me more confidence to do more speaking engagements. Am I going to continue to and every day, I'm learning Māori as well. So I do courses. I'm doing a course on that. So it's 2 days a week. So it's every Tuesday night. And then I get private lessons and that as well, just to help me along the journey. Because my daughter, she's matatou, man. She kōrero. She's pretty much fluent when she's 2 years old and koanga reo, and so that's on my mum's side back in Mahi, whakapapa back there. So I don't know how I got talking about that. I think I got a little bit distracted, but no, the kōrero, cool. The speaking, so it's just like another journey, man. It's another journey that I'm on, and I want to be I want to be good. I want to be the best speaker that I can be. So you learn from other people and learn little tips and tricks that other people say, and it's just another thing, It's another thing, and I enjoy it, and you know, I just want to get better at it.
But what does it tell you, Shane? What does it tell you about yourself? Like, obviously, the fights, and we talked about earlier on about some of the negative comments, people kind of throwing shade at you. But what does it tell you about you, and what people are thinking about you?
What with my speaking?
Yeah, and they're asking, they're inviting you to come on. We want you to come and speak.
Oh yeah,
What was it kind of tell you?
It's quite cool. Yeah, it's quite cool. Like,
says that people want you.
Yeah, bro.
They want to hear from the man.
yeah, it is cool. It is cool. Like, it's quite humbling. You know, and I'm like I said, it was quite cool to be invited to, you know, because you pay quite good money too. You know, it's like, oh yeah, man. So I got to do the mahi, man, because I want to shine on that day. I want to give them their money's worth, and I don't want to let anyone down. You know, so that's why I do the mahi, and it all just felt good. You know, and then from there I've picked up another 5. You know, you know, so. I just love being around good people and smart people, you know, people smarter than me that I can learn off smart people, you know, and just, we're always learning something, every day, always learning something every day, you know, and like, no, it is quite cool that people want to come and hear me speak.
Awesome.
So, you know, got a couple of little funny experiences I've had through my times, you know. I remember like when I was on Treasure Island, and they were saying about your schooling, and then I said, you know, I didn't really do much schooling. I left Lytton High in Gisborne. I did the first term at Lytton High. Didn't know what the teachers were trying to teach, you know. And then I come home for the first term for the first holidays, and I said, hey ma'am, can I do correspondence? I don't like it in Gisborne. She goes, yeah, okay then. And then so I do homeschooling. And I was like, yeah, cool man, I'm closer to being a shepherd. And then I'm doing my schoolwork, and then and I was working for a farmer up the road, Mike Sheriff. I was working with him on the weekends and doing my schooling during the week. And then I'm like, oh no, man, I want to do this. I want to do farming full time, you know. So I go, hey mum, I was doing my schoolwork during the week. I go, hey mum, come down to the room. Comes down to the room. What's up, boy? I said, hey, can you do my schoolwork? I want to go and work for Mike full time. She goes, yeah, okay then. Your mum? Yeah, my mum. Yeah. He does my schoolwork, and then I come home one weekend. About 2 weekends later, I come home and she goes, hey Shane, look, I got an A in maths. I'm like, too much, mum. What's for dinner? Yeah. And then she told me off. She goes, hey, because they showed that on Treasure Island. Yeah, she goes, hey, don't tell them that. And then she goes, I got an A in science, not maths. I'm going, who cares? You got an A.
Bro, that's cracking, man. Your mom, man.
Fuck, she's awesome, man. Yeah. Fucking whose mum does your schoolwork so you can leave home at 13 and go and work for a fella up the road.
That's so awesome.
Bro. I think it's right up your alley, Shane, in terms of the speaking case, because you got stories upon stories,
yeah,
bro.
Man. Oh yeah, I talked to my brother Rob. He's got a mean memory. He goes, remember when we did this? Remember when we did that? I go, no, I don't remember that, but I'm going to take that story. He was, far out. Yeah.
Man.
But I just loved how your mother supported it. Like,
yeah. No.
That's unconventional parenting.
Oh yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, and she's like, don't tell them I did that anyway. I got an A in science, not maths. I thought she was telling me off for telling people. Yeah, you got it wrong. I got an A in science. Hey,
bro.
Shout out to your mom.
Shout out to your mom, man. What's your mom's name?
Yeah, Polly.
Polly, shout out to Polly.
Polly Cameron. Tini Doto. Yeah.
Such a cool
That's how it kicks, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, nah, it's good.
Bro, man, this is how I catch up, Shane. I think we can carry on and go to and then talk for hours. But, bro, man, it's just you know, it's interesting, Shane. You know, when you actually kind of meet someone, you think, this is what you kind of perceive them. This is who they are.
Yeah.
That's probably what they like on TV. You see them in the ring. This is their persona. But when you meet them in real life, it's like, man. Bro, you're crack up, man. You're my case.
Yeah, and I think it just speaks to the person you are. Like I can't remember who recommended. It might have been Jason or someone else as well. But they say, man, he's just your normal Kiwi bloke. Like he's just one of the boys, and he's got stories to tell. But he's so cool, and that's what you're being like from the time you we met you out there. It's so cool. It's like one of the brothers, like, and so thank you so much. You. Also, like, you're so cool, and I can't wait to like see where this next chapter takes you.
Yep.
I wanted to ask about like, is there any significance to the brand or the name Counterpunch?
Nah, it's actually significance in terms of
why you
no, I wanted to create a brand that I don't know, it's silly. See, in my head, like I'm thinking, like it's got Shane Cameron underneath it, but I just want to have Counterpunch just stand alone. They're going, why? I go, no one's interested in Shane Cameron. They probably won't buy my products because it's got Shane Cameron on there. They go, hey, what are you doing? But that's my head. That's my. But anyway, so we created the brand called Counterpunch, and that's me after I knocked out Monty Barrett, and so that's the silhouette of that, and then the Counterpunch is a counterpuncher. Yeah. So that's how the Counterpunch brand was created, because I don't want my name. I didn't think my name would be a seller, But
I only asked that because as I'm honoring you, like. Life throws us lefts, hooks, but 1-2s, but you've been a person that's been able to counter, and so like you've given us like your insight to your journey has given us like some strength in terms of life. When life throws you curveballs, like find a counter, counter punch, and like because sometimes we get hit, we stay down, and then that's it. And so like I look at your like the snapshot that you've given us, man. You've pivoted and you've countered to what's next. Like go oriented, get knocked down. Or something will come at you, but just counter and keep on going. And so I'm taking that for me in terms of like just like what to do next and how to strengthen my journey and how to be there for others. So oh sorry, I sound like I'm wrapping up, but I just thought I wanted to say that honor you, because a big part of our podcast is honoring our guests, giving them the flowers now in terms of like what you've been to us as a community. And and man, you're so cool. So I'm just real pleased to meet you.
Thank you, bro. And I'll back that up with like what you're saying about counterpunching, and that's a good way to picture it too. Counterpunching, and because this life can throw some curveballs, right? So you got to counterpunch it. But there's a saying that I believe in that was given to me by my manager, Kenny Rainsfield. So when I had my first defeat, I lost to Friday Ahunanya. And I was 19-0 with 18 knockouts, and I was in the real ring number 10 heavyweight in the world. It was at Sky City, and Friday come over and like cut me. I got cut under one eye, cut over both eyes, and then cut up the middle. So the 12th round, man, was suffered my first defeat. I got dropped on the canvas in the 12th round. Then I got back up, and then he dropped me down again, and it was just couldn't really see properly. But anyway, took a bit of a beating that night, with cuts and all that sort of stuff. And the next day it was like seeds of doubt in my head, thinking, man, maybe I'm not cut out for this sport. Maybe I should retire. Maybe I'm not good enough. All these maybes, and it was weird. And it's because I was undefeated, and I had like 19 victories with 18 knockouts. But my manager said to me, he said, Shane, there's a saying, it's not how you fall, it's how you rise. And at the time, I was just, oh no, man, I lost. But then a few years later, I'm going, I know what you mean now. You know what you mean. We all fall in life. We fall in relationships. We fall in business. We fall in school. And that's just part of life. We all fall in life. But what's most important is how you rise. You can fall. I could have fallen. I fell on the canvas that night. Cut to bits. I could have swept myself under the carpet, never to be seen again. But like, and then years later, it's like, man, it's not how you fall, it's how you rise. And we fall many times in our life, and just with mental health and all these things, but like, it's how you rise. And that's what builds character, what builds strength, rise to become better, smarter, faster, stronger, more educated, and experience. And experience, you got to earn your experience. You can't go and buy it. You know, you got to earn it, you know. And as you get, I'm experienced. I'm 46 years of age, so I've got a bit of experience in my life now. I've met a lot of people, and I've been in a lot of situations. So, you know, I'm not saying I know everything, but I know more than what I did when I got dropped the first time, you know. So I can speak about that, you know, about, yeah, man, I understand. It's not how you fall, it's how you arrive. And then I've fallen in relationships and marriage and, you know, business, and but that's just all part of life, eh? You know, and accept it. We all fall in life. No one doesn't fall, you know. And if you don't fall, that means you're not having a crack. Yeah. You know, no risk equals no reward. Yeah, exactly. Playing it safe. You know, like that's where like you have goals and that, and sometimes the goal might be hard, and then you fall and you might fail. You know, that's okay, man. Then get up and just brush yourself up and stay on that track, or maybe that's not for you. Do something else. You know, that's sort of a long-winded caught it all around. It's not how you fall, it's how you rise.
Bro, you give us a pep talk, man. Give us a pep talk, bro.
Yeah, you know what I mean, eh? You know, we all fall in life, man. You know, but it's how you rise. Yeah, you know, it's how you rise. Man, I fail every week. You know, just little failures, you know, around the stuff that I'm doing. Oh, I won't do that next time. You know, I'll do it this way and do it that. So little failings, you know, we're big failings, but like, hopefully not too many of them, you know, throughout the week. But yeah, man, life's a journey. Life is what you make it, eh?
Jeez, well, tell me about it, Shane. Hey. You know, you're speaking to the. You're speaking to the brothers, like, man, yeah, you're right. I totally agree. You know, we all go through our own stuff, eh, Shane? And then you think of the brothers, even the sisters, who go through some hard times but fail to get up or fail to rise. Yeah. Because it's so unbearing, and it's like unbearable that they just can't. They don't have the right supports, all that kind of stuff, and don't have the willpower or the strength or even the mindset, like you were saying. But I'm hoping that a lot of people who are watching this or listening to this, Shane, like, man, I need to rise up. If Shane Cameron is saying this, you know, Shane Cameron is saying that he's have some doubts. He's gone through some hard times. People, obviously, after the fight, the tour fight, all that kind of stuff, and still remain resilient, still rise up and say, hey, yeah, I've been down and out, but I still stand up, but I still carry on. I'm hoping and I'm praying that people will watch this, man, or listen, like, bro, I can do this. I really can get up and do this. But bro, man, the corridor you've been talking tonight, bro, this is what we need, man.
Yeah, I don't.
Our men need this, bro.
And something about your personality and character also is that not worried about what other people are doing. It's what you're doing. Like even when you went into the fight game, it's like, could have easily be like, oh man, these guys are so ahead of me. But you're like worried about your development, so you would record yourself and like critique yourself and then focus on that even when you went to fight, and what you're doing now, like not worrying about what others are doing, it's like what you're doing. And I think that's something that a lot of us men need to be reminded of, because we're so used to, you know, social media is like what everyone else is doing. It's like they show this perceived good life, and it's like, oh man, I want that. And then, you know, comparison becomes the biggest development killer, because you're so focused on, I want that, I want to be like them, but you forget what are your strengths. What is, go at your own pace. What is what you need, and that's what I've gotten out of you tonight. So I hope, I know there'll be men that would resonate with that and take that on board.
Focus on yourself, man. Focus on yourself. You know, that's probably a hard thing for some people, but it was easy for me. You know, I just fucking, only because I was so driven, I suppose. I don't care what he's up to. I don't care what he's up to. You know, I worry about what I'm up to. You know, and that's still today. I don't really worry too much about other people, but. Yeah, and like you talk about social media, it's like, it's scary, man, when you look on there and you see and what people are doing and you think, oh yeah, and it's easy to compare yourself to other people, you know. I was like, ow, you know, So you can fall into that trap too, man.
Yeah.
So it's a skill that you need to work on. Maybe get off social or don't scroll too much. That's one thing I don't do. I don't really scroll that much.
That's good.
You know, I just check. I'm selfish around there. I just check to see how my post is going, and I'll think, any comments? No bad comments. I'll go, that's cool. Like you know what I mean? But like, because sometimes, honestly, I know myself. So if I get into a scrolling thing, and then all of a sudden you get into like a scrolling hole, you know. And then, well, firstly, you waste a lot of time. You know, I think, what am I doing? I've wasted 40 minutes. you know, and they're good, but then it's just got to be manageable, eh?
Yeah,
it's got to be manageable, man. And everyone's different, man. My headspace is different to someone else's in terms of strength or whatever. But I don't compare. You don't compare, man. You just worry about yourself, man.
I love that.
Yeah,
so cool. Shot for sharing that because. Sometimes we think, let's hear some advice that might, really work for someone, and then we think that should be projected on everyone else. But I like what you're saying. It's like, everyone's different. Everyone's different, and I think as long as we find out what works for us, how we operate. And I'm taking some of, like I always say because when people attack us, it's like, man, whatever we present on here is like, you take it like a fish. Like you take in the flesh and you spit out the bones. Take what's applicable for you and then throw the rest in the trash. So, but you reinforce that, like in terms of like everyone's different. You take it, you focus on you. And and even the way we look at stuff and deal with stuff, like, your strength, my mental strength might be a bit stronger or weaker than someone else's, but if you understand that, then you can improve of it and get the right support for it, then you're developing.
Exactly. Exactly.
So cool, I'm Shane.
Sorry, man, I talk too much.
No, this is cool, man. That's awesome. I like the corridor. It's been awesome tonight. I love it, Shane. I love that your openness and your and like you said, I don't know. I don't just spit these guys. I'm sharing my heart out. Like, what's going on here, man? And that's the hope. We hope that it's not just a safe space. I believe you have to feel safe to make it a safe space. And I love it that you feel safe around the brothers, and we feel safe with you as well, bro. But I just wanted to ask one more thing, Shane. When it's all said and done, Shane, when it's just the dust is settled, what do you want to leave behind? What's the legacy? What's the thing that you want to be remembered for? The Mr. Shane Cameron, the mountain warrior. What is the legacy you want to leave behind?
Obviously I want to make sure my family are fully supported. But for me as a fighter, I want to, and I've sort of mentioned that a few times within my social sort of stuff. Just saying I want to show that because sometimes the perception of fighters are like dumb bull-fed thugs, just beating each other up, but like I want to show that, man, boxers can achieve some great things outside of the ring, and me, this is speaking probably to myself, like, because I thought I was dumb. I thought I was so dumb at school because I couldn't read or write, dyslexic and all those things, and I was ADD, and but that's been a big driver for me. That's been a big driver for me to prove, to prove. I don't know what I'm proving, but like that's just my thing. I'll prove what I'm capable of doing. And that was when I was boxing, because I remember when I started boxing, I overheard some coaches saying, "Oh, he's good, but he started too late. He's 20. He's not going to become anything." So they stuck in my head. I'll show you what I'm capable of doing, So I don't know what that is about me. Maybe my mindset, or So that's how I react to certain things like that. But and just I don't know. You're a good bugger, man. Hey, you're a good bugger, man. Like, and that's it. And anything's achievable, man, because I didn't have the education, but like, I'm achieving a couple of little things. So if you put your mind to it, mind's your most powerful tool. That was my best asset when I was boxing, and that's my best asset when I'm in business, because I also, like I said about the goals and stuff and knowing where you're going. That's a big credit on my side,
I love that.
Awesome, Shane.
Thanks, also.
And see, Shane, it's Shane Cameron, the boxer, the entrepreneur, the businessman, the multi-billionaire. The businessman, bro, there's so much that you can do. Like you say, the legacy you'll leave behind is that, hey, I was more than just a boxer. Boxers can do anything. And so, bro, I believe you're way. You're on the right path, bro. I think you can do so much more. And so all the best with Counterpunch, all the best with the fitness gym that you have.
Thank you.
And all the speaking engagements, bro. It's been wholesome, bro. I think it's been wholesome. I think it's one of those nights.
It's a new chapter for me, you know, and it's a new journey, and it's out of the ring now. So it's like, oh yes, exciting. What am I up to now? You know, and it is exciting. You know, there's new exciting things, and that's one thing. Oh man, you just do something that you love. We're only on this planet once, man. Do something that you love. If you don't love it, do something else. Hey, if you can do that, you know, do something that you love.
Too much, bro.
Hey,
awesome, man.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you again. Every time I speak with guests, one of the biggest things I'm always mindful of in terms of like who we might be speaking of or who I'm thinking of is like, because I was a youth worker, and so I'm always thinking about youth offenders because I work closely with them, and because they come from a background that's broken, and sometimes their path tells them that they're going to end up one way, or them school hasn't suited them. So we get these young people that full of potential, but end up trying to survive and end up making wrong choices. And like I love talking to guests that might not have like the greatest background or like the pathway that was set for them, but people that have taken the options or resources that were available to them and really gone off and created their own path. And I feel like when I'm listening to you, like you're speaking to that whole generation of young people that could possibly look at your life and go, yeah, that can be me too, because I could have, and because you know everything. There could be two different pathways for you. You could have ended up doing something else or doing stuff illegally, but man, you've made a life out of what you strive to work hard at, and you became good at it. And whatever you do, you have this mindset that I want to be the best at it. And so I thank you. I thank you for just making time for us and our viewers, and honestly we will continue to pray for you in the background and continue to watch you from afar, and then hopefully when you see you in public, yo Shane, what's up, Moose?
Shane,
that's my also.
And Shane be like, who are you guys?
But yeah, thank you, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Shane. Yeah, likewise. Shane, it's just been a privilege. It is. It's an honor, because you're an icon of New Zealand boxing history. And so, brother, a lot of things that I've taken on board tonight, and just your sheer determination, your mindset, the goals that you have, and you have to be passionate about your goals, but also that you're a real person. We have feelings as men. We have our ups and downs, and those comments that people kind of say, well, she's already said. I think we should kind of allude to that, like address that, because
shows their insecurities. Yeah, because a lot of people that comment and they have their own insecurity and they're trolling themselves. And I know it's easy for us to say, because when a comment comes to us, we're like, oh, but man. But the cool thing is that, hey, if you want to say it to his face, get to his gyms and get bucky.
I'll tell they'll say it to your face, Shane. But Shane, so much, and the realness and the openness, Shane. You know, not a lot of men would come on and say, "Oh man," and just meet us for the first time and say, "Oh yeah," and kind of share their hearts and pour out their hearts and say, "Oh, but I don't even know these guys." But just the realness and the honesty, I appreciate it, bro. Too much, Shane, and so. All the best of your endeavours, all the best with the future endeavours that you have, and I can guarantee, because you're a real fighter inside the ring, but also outside of the ring, bro. And it shows that you keep going, you don't give up, and so like you're saying, you get knocked down, but you rise back up again. And it's a true testament of who you are and your character. You're a true character in terms of a man, but more so as a person. And bro, what a real privilege, man. Privilege to have you on. And so, brother, man, from us, just mad props to you, man.
Thank you.
Mad props.
Thank you.
But every guest that comes on, bro, we always got to give them a gift.
Oh, yeah?
You know, we always do. We always do a bit of a sketch, a cartoon sketch, a caricature of our guests.
Yeah.
And so, on behalf of the Mandate team, and we always, because we can guarantee you that you're reaching some new milestones, and so we always give them champagne as well.
Yeah.
To celebrate your
Joyce.
to celebrate your next endeavour.
Oh.
And so, on behalf of the Mandate
Flash
team,
one too, eh? Ooh,
yeah. So this is for you, brother.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, what have we got here? Ooh-wee. Oh, yeah, that's Joyce. Who drew that?
Oh, it's me, brother.
Oh, so much. Thank you, man.
Oh man, you're welcome, bro.
And you gave me some here too. Woo.
No, man, thank you so much, Shane. Appreciate it, man.
That's awesome, man. It's
I
going
appreciate it,
to the
bro.
man cave.
Nah, man, thank you for your time. But Shane, before we finish, is there anyone that you can think of that would be ideal to come on the podcast? You know, you think, man, this guy would be, or this person, or this Wahine would be good to come on.
Have you had Carlton on?
No, we haven't had to. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man,
He'd be good, man. Like Seven's legend, eh?
Yeah.
He's one of my good mates.
bro, it'd be awesome to have.
Yeah. He'd be good, man, if you can get him on there. You know, he's been on a journey, like he's at the World Cup now, but like he started down here, eh? You know, and I can just battle his way. And this is after his professional Sevens career, rugby career, you know. So
KT would be cool, hey?
Yeah. Have you tour man been on it?
Bro, I've been trying to hit up the tour man. Maybe you can help us out with the tour man, because he's your boy, man. You guys are friends, man. You guys are buddies, man. It's like, bro, I don't know. That man's been, I don't know, he's been busy, but I don't know. So if the tour man is listening or watching, hopefully this could be an inroads to him finally coming on or something.
Yeah.
Or might get you both on or something.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, get us both on. Yeah,
We might get him on and you can be one of the hosts.
yeah, and we'll get some tequila.
Tequila, okay, tequila.
Yeah. He'll probably go, hey, bro, as long as there's some tequila there, man.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah. Agavera, you reckon?
Oh.
Hey. Oh, no, I'm
that's
just saying
cool.
that.
Yeah, and also KT, that'd be cool, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
if KT's listening, man, it'd be awesome to have him on.
Yeah.
But man, it's been a pleasure once again, Shane. But as we always give our guests the last words of encouragement for our men out there. Shane, have you got any words of pearls of wisdom?
Yeah, well, I've pretty much said them all through the corridor, but yeah, like I said, like I don't know, like just I don't know, what did I say? Pearls of wisdom. Yeah, surround yourself with good people, man. What am I talking to? Am I talking to anything? Surround yourself with good people. Surround yourself with good people and good things happen.
Yeah, man. Awesome. Well said. And please don't forget to like and subscribe and comment. We look forward to your well-thought-out comments. And as usual, Charles,
Fine.
unlock
And take charge.
Mandate.